I'm sure we all know that dieting is hard for some of us, but we do it because we want our body to get where we want it to be. According to a Scene in Health on March 9, 2018, our body image is how we think and how we feel about our body. We tend to overthink that we are either overweight or underweight, but in reality, we are not. With a mindset like that, it makes you want to start exercising or dieting, whichever one that you choose, or maybe even both. Today, I will be discussing the problem of dieting and how it can be dangerous for your mental health and physical health, what causes that, and a solution to prevent those problems. To start, how dieting can be a problem or dangerous for your mental health. According to a magazine, The Inquisitive Mind in 2018 claims that people in today's society go onto social media and they start seeing all these famous people, how they look, and think that is the ideal body size and shape, which that leads to people wanting to start dieting but don't realize that it can really be dangerous or for your mental and physical health. An article from New York Times claims that many of us tend to compare ourselves to people on social media. About 45% of women and 23% of men within a health weight range, they think that they are overweight, and at least 20% of women think that they are underweight when in reality they are not. An article on News Times states that dieting affects us humans in both physical and mental health. It affects our physical health by doesn't letting us sleep and doesn't let us eat correctly, and it affects our mental health by going into depression or getting anxiety, or maybe it can be both. Now that we know a little bit about the problem of the dieting, let me explain how this happens. What makes this happen? According to an article on April 12, 2020 on a Healthline, a lot of us humans tend to overexercise, so they start to have poor physical health and restrict good intake. It is normal to feel a little bit of tired after exercise, but fatigue happens when your body repeatedly doesn't fully recover after you work out. You may feel very drained, especially during or right after the workouts. It can affect our stress hormone levels, which can lead to depression or really bad mood changes. You may also experience restlessness and lack of concentration or enthusiasm. Running too often can lead to overuse injuries such as shin splints and stress fractures. Other overuse injuries can include broken bones, joint strains, and soft tissue injuries. According to an article in Struck Psychiatric, Your Brain on Food in March 26, 2020, your brain is always on, which can take care of your thoughts, movements, your breathing, your heartbeat, and your senses. It works hard 24/7 even while you are asleep. This happens when your brain requires a constant supply of fuel. That fuel comes from the foods that you eat, and what's in fuel makes all the difference. Pay attention to how eating differently foods make you feel. Try eating a clean diet before and 2 to 3 weeks, meaning cut out all processed foods and sugary foods and see how you really feel. With that being said, I will now share some solutions that can help. Solutions to help prevent these problems, according to an article on Healthline, it suggests to set a weekly goal that will help you stay on track and consistent. Maintain a balanced lifestyle. Get those 7-8 hours of sleep, work on strength training, and the key to burning fat is to build training burning fat, muscle expending more calories than you take in. More muscle equals more calories that you burn. On the handout that is provided, eat balanced meals, at least 3 meals a day, and make sure to add fruits and veggies. Half of your plate should at least consist of fruit and veggies. Cut out all the sugary and fatty foods. Focus on how your body feels. No body is perfect, but all bodies are good bodies. Don't focus on a scale, focus on how you feel. Don't always look at a scale the number does not define. Lastly, the amount of food you should give the fuel and energy, not make you feel sluggish or any less of a person. Today we went over the problem of dieting and how it can be dangerous for your mental health, what causes this to happen, and a solution to help prevent these problems. I actually started to diet, but I take one step at a time. After doing research, you really realize how much of dieting or exercising can affect us humans in our daily lives. We all have a goal of our body image, but you should never compare yourself to others and be just happy of how your body is.